From the pages of MikeHuckabee.com, where you'll find all the news that you can use, along with my hot takes, daily Bible verses, and the Huckabee newsletter, where you can get all that content beamed right to your email inbox twice a day, and always free. Let's just take us a little look back at some of the stories making up the news of the week that was. Well, earlier this week, a draft decision was leaked to Politico, showing the Supreme Court could be set to overturn the landmark abortion decision of Roe v. Wade. Now, it can be kind of hard to choose the dumbest, most hysterical reaction from the left to any given news story that doesn't go their way. But it's usually a safe bet that the best place to start is with Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. Although, to be fair, he's not the only one to make the jaw-droppingly stupid claim that, wait for it, Republicans won't stop with banning abortion. They want to ban interracial marriage. Do you want to save that? Well, then you should probably vote. The implication is, of course, that you probably should vote Democrat. Well, thanks, Eric. Always enlightening to hear your thought as they whistle through your empty head. But that's about the most distinct example I've seen that the Democrats intend to demagogue the Roe ruling all the way to the hilt, wherever that is. They'll get there. It's a cynical attempt to get people to vote for more of the misery that they're having because of the power that has been inflicted upon us all from the Democrats. I would never insult anyone by assuming that they're dumb enough to actually swallow well this tripe. But for the record, the draft decision makes it crystal clear that this decision applies solely to the uniquely but incorrectly decided Roe v. Wade ruling on abortion and not to any other ruling or right. One of the conservative justices concurring with the opinion is Clarence Thomas, who, by the way, is in an interracial marriage. He would probably agree with the outrage expressed by a number of other black Republicans at the idea that they somehow want to outlaw their own interracial marriages. That's the dumbest thing Swalwell has probably said, and he said some dumb stuff. Well, the Daily Signal has a handy list of 6 outrageous and nonsensical claims the left is making about all this. And we've got the link at MikeHuckabee.com. To me, the most laughable of maybe all the unthinking cliches that I'm hearing everywhere is the claim that overturning Roe v. Wade is an assault on our democracy. You know, they keep using that word. I don't think they know what it means. The justices in Roe took the right to decide abortion away from the voters, and returning that decision to the voters of the individual states would actually restore democracy, not destroy it. Next up, tribal elder Senator Liz Warren. Here's her totally calm and measured response to the SCOTUS leak.
Angling for decades now, and we are going to fight back.
Sounds like calling for an insurrection there, doesn't it? Well, here's what she and the liberal media talking heads overlook. The fact that this decision, if it becomes law of the land, will rally and galvanize millions of pro-life Americans to vote as well. They don't think about them because they've never actually met any of those people. Let's go on to the Twitterverse. Even though Elon Musk, who calls himself a free speech abolutist, is the company's new owner, and it would appear that the woke leftists in the Twitter control room still have some power to censor what they don't like. In this case, a new documentary from Dinesh D'Souza called 2,000 Mules. The movie's account was suspended for what reason, of course, Twitter doesn't say. But the move will probably have the opposite impact that the Twitter leftists were hoping for. It'll bring more attention to the film.
We identified in Atlanta 242 mules that went to an average of 24 drop boxes. But Philadelphia alone, we've identified more than 1,100 mules.
What is a mule?
Person picking up ballots and running them to the drop boxes.
2,000 Mules had its premiere at Mar-a-Lago this week, and you can attend a virtual premiere yourself. Now, if you head over to 2000mules.com, you'll be able to see it. And speaking of election security, President Biden and other Democrats continue to insist that any attempts at ensuring the integrity of our elections are racist, voter suppression, and Jim Crow 2.0. And anyone who expresses concerns about vote fraud is a QAnon insurrectionist conspiracy theorist. Yet for all the effort they've put into selling that load of banana oil, the public isn't buying. In fact, they're rejecting it more than ever. A new survey by the Honest Elections Project found that 84% of Americans, 84%, now support voter ID laws. That's 7 points higher than a year ago, with the surge accounted for by increased support among blacks and Hispanics. In addition, over 60% want voter trafficking, or this bundling of ballots and dropping them off in boxes, banned forever. Just over half want private funding of elections, which means the famous Zuckerbucks manipulation by Mark Zuckerberg would be banned. 80% want voter rolls cleaned up to eliminate outdated information, duplicate names, and dead people, as Democrats call that voter suppression. 80% think mail-in voting requires adequate protections against fraud. And only 9% of Americans think non-citizens should be able to vote. Those opposed to letting foreigners vote include 69% of black voters, 75% of Hispanic voters, 77% of Democrats, and 83% of independents. And just to knock off the last insultingly racist objection to voter ID laws, 75% said it would be easy to write an ID number on a ballot. So this is one more reason why I support free speech, even for those I disagree with, because the more Democrats talk, the more Republicans they create. Finally, a federal judge ordered the Republican National Committee to comply with Nancy Pelosi's January 6th Kangaroo Committee and give them the marketing data on their fundraising emails from November 2020 to January 6, 2021. Because if you're looking under every bed for insurrectionists, the best place to find them would be by snooping through the proprietary records of your political opponents' fundraising operations. I'm used to these people and their endless fishing expedition, but seldom have their tactics smelled fishier than with this move. The RNC will appeal the ruling. Let's hope the higher court tosses it out, or it's at least delayed until the next Congress, when this illegitimate committee and its bogus subpoenas will end up in the dumpster where they belong. Well, until next time, these have been the facts of the matter.